The mother of a dead murder suspect is saying her son's name and legacy are being unfairly tarnished.
Yesterday we told you Fort Wayne police closed the 15-year-old homicide case of Joshua Salyer. Today, detectives are giving more details on that process. Wayne 15's Kaitor K continues our coverage now in Studio 15.
Today, Fort Wayne detectives and the mother of the murder suspect have been going back and forth all day. Police say they had enough info to close Joshua Salyer's case, but the family of the suspect says, how can you close a case definitively if the suspect is dead and can't go through the court process?
15 years ago, Joshua Salyers was killed after an argument over $30. His body was found at a recycling plant the next morning. The case went cold. Police said Lawton Carter Jr. was considered a suspect in the killing, but he died in 2017 before he could be charged with Salyer's death. Then, in mid-2018, a breakthrough. Fort Wayne PD Detective Brian Martin says 3 witnesses came forward for detailed interviews in which what they said was consistent with the facts and evidence of the 2003 crime scene. After sharing their testimonies with the prosecutor's office, it was enough to make Carter the suspect and close the case.
I wish that this case could have been brought to closure much sooner so that the suspect, Mr. Carter, could have faced his day in court and that we could have brought the family of the victim closure much sooner than we did. But unfortunately, we can't pick and choose when witnesses come forward.
Carter's mom, Alta, wants to know who the witnesses are, but police won't tell her to protect them from any harm.
Well, if those 3 were there, why aren't these 3 being charged instead of a man that was buried 2 years ago?
She says closing the case makes her son appear guilty, but he'll never be able to defend himself from the grave.
If you couldn't charge him when he was alive, when he defended himself, how can you charge him again when he's dead in the dirt 2 years later? This is so wrong. And God knows I feel sorry for the family, for the boy that's dead. But I'm telling you, my son did not do this. My son may have been a lot of things, but he was not a murderer.
Detective Martin says there was no DNA found to close this case, just the 3 interviews. He won't share any specifics except that the interviewees did not appear to be suspects. Kaitor K, Wayne 15 News.